Hello everyone, welcome to the When It Worked podcast. You're the host, Julian Leahy. Today I'm joined by the fantastic Tracey-Ann Rose. Welcome to the show, Tracy.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to play.
I'm excited too. Whereabouts are you, Tracy?
So I'm in Smyrna, Georgia. It's very close to Atlanta, Georgia, about 20 minutes out.
Georgia. What do they say? Hot in Georgia?
Well, they call it Hotlanta.
Oh, that's Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah.
Atlanta is in Georgia.
Locals hate it. Everyone else loves it.
And Atlanta has a very strong music scene. Is that correct?
Yes, we're in film. So film and TV is big here too. They call it the Hollywood of the South.
What is that thing that Donald Glover made? Isn't it called Atlanta or Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah. What's that all about?
It's called Atlanta. Oh my gosh, it's about all the idiosyncrasies of our city. It's a very specific energy when you're in Atlanta. You'll see things that you would never see anywhere else. For example, we'll have a highway with 5-6 lanes. You'll watch a car just decide that they're going to cross all 6 lanes at once to make it to the exit. And it's amazing because so many lives are endangered and yet the city keeps running. Also, I've watched cars directly collide against each other and pretend like nothing happened. It's fascinating.
That happened to me on LAX, and that to me, the highway to LAX, that is the scariest road I've ever been on in my life. I guess there's like maybe 20 million people in LA. Would that be right?
I have no idea.
That's like our whole country's population down here in Australia. Anyway, let's do what we're supposed to be doing, which is play Jeopardy. Let's load up the board.
Okay.
For the wonderful Tracy. All right, the categories, Tracy, are homophones, milk, starts with an E, Wild West, zoology, and 7-letter words. So there's a few word ones. You did say they were your favorites.
I did. Now I'm feeling the pressure to perform.
Yes, that's bad when that happens. What would you like to start with?
Let's start with 7-letter words for 100.
7-letter words for 100. A sudden, uncontrollable outburst of emotion or fear.
Ooh, okay. Well, it's not scream. Uncontrollable. I'm thinking in my head now. This is challenging. Okay. Any hints?
I don't actually know the answer. I was going to say terror, but that's 6 letters.
No, yeah.
Not panic. That's not enough.
It's an outburst.
I was going to say freak out. No, that's not right. And that reminds me of P. Diddy. What do you got? Anything? It's a tough one.
Well, all the ones are not. None of them are 7.
That's
so
right.
I had scream. I thought yelp. Panic. That's not 7 either.
Let's take a look at this one.
Yeah.
Does that say panic?
It does say panic. Does it not?
7 letters in panic. P-A.
There is not.
This is supposedly an actual Jeopardy question, straight off the Jeopardy database. So, apologies. I'm gonna have to fire the question uploader, which is me. What would you like next?
Okay, let's do zoology for 100.
Zoology, yeah, I'm avoiding the other one. 100. The largest land mammal can weigh up to 12,000 pounds. The largest land mammal, not any mammal.
Yeah.
It's got to be the old.
I feel like it has to be. Go ahead.
Has to be well, I'll let you go ahead. You're the.
I feel like it has to be the. It has to be the elephant.
Has to be,
What
right?
is the elephant?
Has to be, unless there's something that I'm not thinking of.
Right.
It is the elephant. Well done, Tracy. You're on the board. What would you like next?
Let's do zoology for 200.
Zoology for 200. This marsupial carries its babies in a pouch.
What is a kangaroo?
Kangaroo. And there's one of them not far away from me. Well done, Tracy.
Let's keep going with zoology for 300.
Zoology 300. This flightless... Why are these all Australian questions? This is a bit unfair. This flightless bird is native to Australia and can run up to 30 miles per hour.
What is an ostrich?
It's kind of...
No.
It's the cousin of the ostrich.
Oh, what is an emu?
That's the one, yeah. Emu.
Okay.
They are weird birds. And they run into the road and, like, they just don't get out of your way. They're weird. What would you like next, Tracy?
Let's just keep going with zoology. I'll do 400.
Zoology 400. This animal, known for its black and white stripes, is closely related to horses.
What is a zebra?
Zebra. Well done.
Thank you.
Zoology for 500, Tracy, perhaps.
Yeah, let's clear out the
it.
category.
This tall African animal is known for its long and spotted pattern. These are easy.
These are so easy. What is a giraffe?
You know what? I get the actual questions and I put them in ChatGPT to like make the code so that it displays. I wonder whether it's replaced the questions because they seem very ChatGPT-ish. What would you like next?
I'm very curious about milk, so let's take milk for 100.
Milk for 100. Okay. Process in which fat globules are broken up so that they don't rise to the top. Now, there's two things they do when you get your milk carton and you're going to have your Cheerios and you look on the carton, it says, this milk is something and something. And
I'm going to go with... Oh, go ahead.
They do it in the States, I'm sure of it.
I'm going to go with what is pasteurized.
Yes. And one more.
Okay.
That's the one. The one we want is the other one.
Oh, no. Okay. Pasteurized and...
It starts with a H.
I feel like I should know this. I actually did a project on milk in elementary school that won me an award, but I can homogenize.
That's the one. You got it. You got
it.
Is it?
Yes. Okay.
Well done. It was deep in the back of the brain, but you dug it up. Well done, Tracy. What would you like next?
You know what? Let's just try homophones for 100.
All over the board. I like it. Homophones for 100, crafted, or the upstairs cleaning lady. Crafted, or the upstairs cleaning lady. What does that mean? Who's the upstairs?
That is fascinating.
Cleaning. I think. No. So and it's a homophone, so it's got to be something. So crafted means.
I think of artisan, but don't think that has to do anything with the upstairs cleaning lady. Why don't we just? I'll just say.
I got it.
Oh, you know what it is? Okay.
What do you call another word for cleaning lady? Or if you don't, who comes and cleans up your hotel room?
Oh, room service.
Yeah, but what is the lady's job?
Can
you? I'll send up that's what they'll say at reception. I'll send one of the up.
I don't have it. I have no idea.
Maid.
Oh my gosh.
And made. Crafted,
so
made.
So simple.
Yeah. It's one of those
ones.
There
it is.
You know it, but you just can't get it.
Yes.
When asked.
There it was.
What would you like next?
Let's do homophones for 200. Let's see if I can get the hang of this category.
Homophones for 200. Run away from a tiny circus bug.
What is flea?
Flea. Now, why has flea got something to do with circus?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know that they, for some reason, are associated with the circus.
I think that they used to have a bunch of fleas in a glass box, and they would have little weight barbells and stuff, and they would and you'd pay to look at them, but they would just be jumping around like fleas. I think it was some sort of novelty thing they used to do. The old kind of freak show things, see the flea circus. I don't know. Well,
that's a better guess than mine. So yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm going to Google that after this show. Well, you got it. That's the most important thing. What would you like next?
Let's do homophones for 300.
I've actually put your scores across two, red and blue. You're actually on 1100. So we're doing homophones. Was that 400?
300.
300. Fuel from a bog or the little rascal dog. It's a common first name. It's a shortened version of a first name. Who's that guy that was on Saturday Night Live and I think he dated... Who's that little Puerto Rican girl singer and she used to be on a TV show?
Oh, Petey. Pete.
And who was the singer I was thinking of?
Ariana Grande.
That's the one. Yes, Ariana Grande. And Pete or Pete. So P-E-A-T is the stuff from the bog. Well done, Tracy. What would you like?
Thank you. Let's do starts with E for 100.
Starts with E for 100. The E in EPA.
What is environmental?
Well done, Tracy. You're doing very well. You got lots of these correct.
Oh, well, thank you. Let's do, I'm just kind of curious, Wild West for 100.
Wild West for 100. I was just reading about the shootout at OK Corral and Wyatt Earp because my son asked me because he's playing Red Dead to something cowboy game. After playing for Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, this famous female sharpshooter toured Europe. There's this lady from the Wild West, and it's an incredible story. She was just an absolute perfect shot. And
yeah, I don't think I know this one. I don't think my dad is going to be embarrassed, but I don't think I know this one.
The first name is the girl that Michael Jackson asks if she's okay in...
Annie. Oh,
you nearly said it. Annie O.
Oh, there it is. Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley, you got it. Some liberal clue giving from Julian, but that's okay. What would you like, Tracy?
Let's try 7-letter words again for 200. Let's give it another go.
7-letter words for 200. A person who cuts hair.
Stylist.
I don't trust this category anymore. Hang on. B-A-R-B-E-R is 6 letters.
I'm gonna say is stylist, S-T-Y-L-I-S-T. Yeah, let's say stylist.
Okay, let's try stylist. Barber is not 7 letters.
We're giving up on this category.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell? Oh my god, so embarrassing. Hey, was the last one 6 letters as well?
It was panic, which is 5.
Oh my god. All right. I'm going to have to find out which episode of Jeopardy this happened on. There must be some mistake somewhere. We'll do one more question. I'm going to abandon this game because of that category. What would you like for the last question?
Let's do homophones for 500. Let's get wild with it.
Homophones for 500. A serving piece that can be fancy or a fancy name for a card in the deck. A serving piece. So like a tray or...
This is interesting. I know that there can be a serving piece that's like a large plate called a charger where you put your actual plate on to eat. That's the first thing that I think of, but I'm wondering if they're saying like something that you actually use to like serve the food, like a utensil. And any hints?
A card. I don't even know the answer. So a card in the deck, like when you're playing poker or something. Can I have a card? Can I have a
trump card? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Yes. I don't know. Let's take a look. It's a tray. So it was tray. So a tray, T-R-E-Y, is the name for a card in the deck, apparently.
Okay. Learned something new today.
Maybe. Who knows? All right, let's wrap that up. Well done, Tracy. You did very well playing against yourself. You got about 1,600 points, but we didn't. We did wrap it up early. All right, now tell us a little bit about what you are up to. You used to be an actor, is that correct?
Yes. So for a long time, I pursued acting in Atlanta professionally. And the biggest thing I did was a Toyota commercial, a regional Toyota commercial. And then I really wasn't enjoying the industry so much because there's a lot of stereotyping that goes on, even in Atlanta, a very diverse city. And I decided, okay, well, if I want to change that in the industry, I'm going to become a writer. Did that, found similar hurdles. And so I thought, okay, what's something that I love to do that will actually help other people to get more in touch with themselves and build more equity financially? And so that was being an energy reader and an intuitive business coach. And so that's what I've been doing since the beginning of 2020.
And what types of businesses do you coach?
So I tend to like help women of color who are just starting out. They're not sure what they want their business to be, but particularly they tend to be spiritually led business owners. So sometimes they're people who just have an idea, but they're not sure if it's viable. And sometimes they are actual business owners who are usually coaches. I tend to work with coaches and consultants the most.
I got you. And this sort of took off pretty quickly. What was the one thing that allowed you to break through with it?
So I decided that instead of doing the conventional routes of building a business, that I was going to really follow my intuition. So I'm very big on intuition. For those of you who may not know what intuition is, it's that small inner voice that guides you, or your gut instinct, and also using astrology. So people were very amazed. I was doing these free sessions for people to gain just some more information, do some research to build my business. And I was reading people's energy all over the world using my intuition and astrology. And they were blown away by my accuracy and by the advice that I was giving them, because they felt that this was the right advice for them, but they were scared to pursue it because conventional wisdom tells them, oh, no, 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 you have to do this step first, or you have to do that step in order to be successful.
Awesome. And if people want to get help with their business, how does it work? How do they get into your world?
So you can always go to my website, traceyannrose.com, and there you can click on the contact me form, and I will get to see it. Or you can go to my Calendly and book a free sales call where we'll just talk about all the obstacles that you're facing and the strengths that you can use, your inherent strengths to overcome that. Because I'm really big on empowering people to recognize that they already have what they need to have a successful business.
And you mostly work with people in Atlanta or all around the United States?
No. So actually global, because of how I started my business, I reached out to a WhatsApp group that I was a part of, and they are from all over the world. And so I work with people globally. So tend to be very flexible with my calendar. So yeah, it's all over the world, because I realize women of color all over the world are actually still facing the same obstacles, and I want to help them overcome them with their own inner strength and intuition and astrology.
What's the biggest challenge that these clients of yours tell you that they're facing?
So the fear of starting, the fear of failing publicly, especially with social media, and overthinking is a huge drawback. These are people who are very intelligent. They were always the good girls in school, high achievers. And so when it comes to stepping out on their own and not getting the validation of a boss, it's very scary for them to put themselves out there. So we do a lot of work building their confidence, giving them self-regulatory tools so that they are able to move forward and be productive in their business and not let overwhelm or anxiety or fear stop them.
Do you find that people from similar communities are more critical of other people from similar communities when they try to do something exciting?
Are
Haters?
you speaking haters? So do you mean like a Jamaican woman having really intense people in the Jamaican community not appreciating her work, that sort of thing?
Because I don't know if this is true. I'm just some dumb guy from Australia, but I just remember in this place I used to work at, there was people from certain cultures. They were from Latin America, say, and they would battle each other and
Okay.
like subvert each other really toxically. I was just wondering if, or do you find that everybody works together to help each other?
So what I find is for these women in particular, it's more in their head than it is in reality.
Gotcha.
So they may have grown up with an overbearing parent. So they are very much hyper aware of cultural standards and expectations. And so they start to enforce them on themselves. So I am very fortunate. I'm Jamaican. I'm first generation American, and my family has been super supportive. But I have worked with other people from other cultures, Indian, American, African, just Asia, like all over the world, and they have the same fear of not meeting their parents' cultural standards. But I also believe these people are meant to be cycle breakers, so they're here to show their families a new way of doing things.
That's awesome. And being from Jamaica, do you still practice Jamaican culture, or have you kind of lost it?
It's a mix. I've taken what I want. So
The food is the
with
best thing to take.
yes, the food, but I don't cook it anymore. I learned how to cook at 11 years old, and it was 8 hours.
Oh no, what happened? We lost you. Oops. Oh.
Hello?
Oh yeah, well, you're back. You're back. You learned how to cook
Yes.
at 8 years
Okay.
old. Was the last thing I heard.
At 11 years
Oh,
old.
sorry.
So but oxtail was my favorite dish, but it was taking me 8 hours to prepare. So I do not cook Jamaican food.
Yeah,
I will eat it all day long. And yeah, I'm a more, it's, have you heard the phrase third culture kid?
yeah.
So it's very much that. I mix the parts of being American that I love and the parts of being Jamaican that I love and create a whole new culture with it, which is it's fun to see your family get on board with that.
Yes. Awesome. I'm a little bit obsessed with Jamaican food. I don't know why, but
What's your favorite dish?
well, it's jerk chicken, right? And but I've been meaning to make it, and the problem is it takes 4 days to prepare. All Jamaican
That's what I'm
food
talking
takes
about.
a long time, but it tastes so
That's what
good.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It does. It is worth it if you're willing to put in the effort or if you have a mother who's willing to put in the effort. Thanksgivings are great around here because we get to have the Jamaican and the American food.
Awesome. Great stuff. Well, that's very interesting. And Tracy is Tracey-Ann. If you want to get in touch with Tracy, and so are you still involved in the WhatsApp group?
I am, I touch in occasionally if somebody needs a referral or some help, but no, I'm not as particularly active, but I do WhatsApp audio support for my clients that I work with one on one.
What does that mean? Oh, you just talk to
Oh,
them
oh,
over WhatsApp, you mean? Oh,
yeah.
great.
So
Gotcha,
we have
gotcha.
our weekly sessions, but then in between, if something comes up or they start to feel overwhelmed or an obstacle,
Yeah.
then they can contact me
Have
for
a
some
quick chat.
advice or a meditation. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, that's great. And if what Tracy's doing speaks to you, and perhaps you are from one of the communities that Tracy talks about, and Tracy's got some unique experience in that building a business herself, and have a chat to Tracy. Reach out to her. I've got her links in the show notes. Thank you very much to the wonderful Tracey-Ann Rose.
And thank you for having me. This was so fun.
Thank you, Tracy. I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks for listening and watching.